Hello, everyone. Welcome to our English Learning Podcast. I am Rose.
And I am Jack. We are so happy you are joining us today. Rose, I am very excited about today's topic.
I am too, Jack. Today, we are talking about something we do every single day. We are talking about my daily routine.
Daily routines are so important, aren't they? If you learn how to talk about your day, you can talk to almost anyone in English.
Exactly. Whether you are a beginner at the A1 level or moving toward B1, describing your day helps you practice the present simple tense. It also helps you learn very common verbs.
So, Rose, are you going to tell us about your typical day? From the moment you open your eyes until you go to sleep?
Yes, I am. And for our listeners, try to listen for the verbs I use. We will speak slowly so you can understand every word.
Perfect. Let's get started. Rose, tell me about your morning.
Well, my morning starts quite early. I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m.
6:30. Wow, Rose, that is early. Do you get up as soon as you wake up?
That is a great question, Jack. No, I don't. I wake up at 6:30, which means I open my eyes, but I stay in bed for about 10 minutes. Then I get up at 6:40 a.m.
Ah, I see. So wake up is opening your eyes, and get up is actually leaving the bed.
Exactly. Listeners, remember that difference. After I get up, I go straight to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water to feel awake. Then I brush my teeth.
I do the same. Brushing your teeth is very important. Do you use an electric toothbrush or a normal one?
I use an electric one. It is very fast. After that, I get dressed. I usually choose my clothes the night before, so it is very easy in the morning.
That is a smart habit. It saves a lot of time. What about breakfast? I love breakfast.
Me too, Jack. I have breakfast at 7:15 a.m. I usually eat a bowl of cereal with fruit, and I always drink a cup of tea.
You don't drink coffee?
Now, I prefer tea in the morning. While I eat, I sometimes read a book or look out the window. I try not to check my phone immediately. It helps me stay calm.
That sounds very peaceful. After breakfast, are you ready to leave?
Almost. I put on my shoes, I grab my bag, and I make sure I have my keys. Then I leave the house at 8 a.m.
And that is the start of your journey to work. So, Rose, how do you get to work? Do you drive a car?
No, I don't drive. I take the bus. The bus stop is very close to my house. It only takes 5 minutes to walk there.
I like taking the bus. You can listen to music or a podcast like this one.
Exactly. I usually listen to a podcast during my commute. The bus ride is about 20 minutes long. I arrive at the office at 8:30 a.m.
What is the first thing you do when you arrive at your desk?
The first thing I do is check my emails. I look for anything urgent. Then I start work at 9 a.m.
What kind of tasks do you do in the morning?
I spend a lot of time on the computer. I write reports, I have meetings on Zoom, and I talk to my colleagues. We are a very busy team.
Do you take a break? Everyone needs a break.
Yes, I do. At 11 a.m., I have a short coffee break. Then I work until 1 p.m. That's when I have lunch.
Lunchtime. Do you go out to a restaurant or do you bring food from home?
I usually bring a packed lunch from home. I have a sandwich or a salad. Sometimes, if the weather is nice, I go to the park near my office to eat. It's nice to get some fresh air.
I agree. Sitting in an office all day can be tiring. When do you finish your work?
I finish work at 5 p.m. I usually feel a bit tired by then, but I'm happy because it's time to go home.
Do you take the bus back home too?
Yes, I take the bus again. Sometimes the bus is very crowded in the evening because many people are going home at the same time.
So, you're back home. What is the first thing you do when you walk through the door?
I go home and I immediately take off my shoes. I like to put on my comfortable slippers. It makes me feel relaxed.
I love that feeling. Do you start cooking right away?
Not right away. I usually sit on the sofa for 15 minutes to relax. Then at about 6:30 p.m., I cook dinner.
What do you like to cook?
I like simple meals. For example, pasta with vegetables or rice with chicken. Cooking is like a hobby for me. It helps me wind down after a long day.
Wind down. That's a nice phrase. It means to relax after being busy, right?
Yes, exactly. After dinner, I wash the dishes. I don't have a dishwasher, so I do it by hand.
That is a lot of work. And what about your free time in the evening?
From 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., I watch TV or a movie. Sometimes I call my family or a friend to chat. It's important to stay connected.
Do you study anything in the evening?
Sometimes I practice a new language for 20 minutes. I'm trying to learn a little bit of Spanish, but I don't study for too long because I don't want my brain to be too active before bed.
That's a good advice. So, when do you finally go to bed?
I start getting ready for bed at 10 p.m. I put on my pajamas, I wash my face again, and then I go to bed at 10:30 p.m.
Do you fall asleep quickly?
Usually, yes. I read a few pages of a book, and then I fall asleep around 10:45 p.m. And then the next day it starts all over again.
Thank you for sharing your day with us, Rose. Now, let's look at some of the phrases you used. We have 5 key phrases for our listeners today.
Great idea. Phrase number 1 is the difference between wake up and get up. As we said, wake up is when you stop sleeping and open your eyes. Get up is when you actually leave your bed and start your day.
That is a very common mistake for learners. So remember, wake up first, get up second. What is the second phrase?
The second phrase is commute. This can be a verb or a noun. It describes the journey you make every day from your home to your work or school. For example, my commute is 20 minutes.
Excellent. And phrase number 3?
Phrase number 3 is check emails. We use the verb check for things like messages, emails, or social media. It means to look at them to see if there is anything new.
I check my phone way too often. What about phrase number 4?
Phrase number 4 is wind down. This is a phrasal verb. It means to gradually relax after a period of work or excitement. You can wind down by reading, taking a bath, or listening to soft music.
I love winding down with a cup of tea. And the final phrase?
The final phrase is go to bed. Be careful here. We don't usually say go to the bed. We just say go to bed. It means the whole process of going to your room to sleep.
Thank you, Rose. Those are 5 very useful phrases for everyone to practice. Rose, before we finish, I have a question. Many of our listeners want to know, how can they start thinking in English, especially during their daily routine?
This is one of my favorite tips, Jack. You don't need a teacher to do this. You can do it alone.
How does it work?
I call it the narrator technique. When you are doing your routine, describe your actions in your head using very simple English.
Can you give us an example?
Of course, imagine you are in the kitchen. In your head, you say, I am making coffee. I am putting sugar in the cup. Now I am drinking the coffee.
Oh, I see. It's like you're the narrator of your own movie.
Exactly. If you don't know a word, for example, if you don't know the word for toaster, you can look it up later. But the goal is to keep the English flowing in your mind.
Does it have to be full sentences?
Not at first. Beginners can just say words toothbrush, water, mirror. Then you can say, I brush my teeth. And later, I am brushing my teeth because I want to have a nice smile.
That is a brilliant tip. It makes English a part of your life, not just a subject you study in a book.
Yes, the more you narrate your day, the more English will feel natural to you.
Well, Rose, I think we have covered a lot today. We talked about mornings, work, evenings, and how to think in English.
We certainly did. To our listeners, your homework for today is to try the narrator technique. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, try to say at least 3 things in English in your head.
That is a great challenge. Please let us know how it goes in the comments.
Thank you so much for listening. You are doing a great job with your English. Don't forget to practice a little bit every day.
Consistency is key. We will see you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Bye bye.